general progression is always going to beat talent. And why do I say that? Because when talent fails to work as hard as everyone else, or work even more than that, talent starts to deteriorate. Just like in any sport or in any subject, if you don't study it, you are not going to remember, or you're not going to be as good as it as someone who practices. And if you are not good and you continue to practice, you will become better. And that's why I feel like when people start to learn that you don't have to be good at everything when you first start off, you don't have to be the best, or you don't have to be the greatest when you just start. If you constantly progress, or you constantly get better at what you love doing and you love doing it, once you constantly get better, you see the flaws you did or the mistakes you did, and you learn how to correct them. And people like to say they have no flaws, but I feel like that is untrue, because everybody has flaws, because we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all have mistakes. We all do things that we are not proud of, which are our flaws. And once we learn to embrace our flaws, and once we learn to accept that, yes, I do have flaws, but that is a human characteristic, and we all have flaws at the end of the day. Once we learn to accept that, we learn that once we embrace them, we learn how to fix them and how to have less flaws. At the end of the day, we're all trying to reach for perfection in whatever we're doing, no matter if it's life, sports, just in general. Even if you're trying to be a kinder person, that's also trying to reach perfection. And once we all learn that perfection is not going to be reachable, but we can strive to reach it every day, once we learn to understand that, we are going to become better people. And I feel like some people just got to realize that you have to work. If you think about it every day, you have to work on it every day. I feel like people just think, oh, I'll just start it tomorrow. I'll just start it tomorrow. If you think you're going to start the business tomorrow, and tomorrow comes and you don't start it, that is a infinite loop, or a cycle, as people like to call it. I feel like it's a cycle where this just continues happening, where you say tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. And what if tomorrow never comes? And what if you never start that business, even though you always wanted to start it? And that's why you always got to work on it. Before you even think about saying tomorrow, just do it. Because if you do it and it doesn't work out, you know that you failed, but yet you still learn from the failures, and you can continue on to the next time you do it. So next time you do it, you're like, okay, I know that I did this thing wrong, so now I can do it again, and I can perfect it. And that's just how life is. When you fail, that doesn't mean just quit and just stop trying. When you fail, it teaches you what you did wrong, so you can avoid it next time, or you can avoid making the same mistakes again. Because we are all not going to pass everything on the first try. And even with life in general, it doesn't matter if you pass it on the first try or the fifth try. You're still going to pass it regardless, so it doesn't matter. We all have our different race, and we're all running a different race. We all finish at the end goal, right, though? We all finish at the end, so it doesn't matter if someone finishes before you. So if someone finishes before you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if someone finishes before you, because it doesn't, that shouldn't stop you. And if you are always comparing yourself to others, or comparing others' accomplishments to yourselves, you should stop doing that, because once you compare yourself to others, you're going to lose the joy out of doing it yourself. And you're going to be like, oh, yes, I did this thing today, but some people are out there doing more than me. And that's how comparison is a thief of joy. And that's why just try to be better than you were yesterday, or try to be better than yourself yesterday. And once you do that, you become 1% better every day, and that's how people become better.